It's never too late.
What is it?
You roll. Ugh, what is that? Is a good place to start. What do you think it is?
Like a belly button?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Because we have, I'll talk about it during the show, but we're trying to get more subscribers.
And so what are you doing? Trying to turn them off with rubbing a belly button?
It's not that. So the subscribe button on our show now is scratch and sniff. And if you touch subscribe on YouTube, I don't know if it's the same on Apple or Spotify or is it on the audio ones too, or just
what do you mean?
Just YouTube?
How do you sniff?
Pardon me?
Yeah. Wait, I should pee.
What?
You could start talking about it. I'm gonna pee.
We are.
I thought we are.
We're rolling. Are we rolling?
Can I pee?
Yeah.
Yeah, this talk made her
go
have to pee.
I mean, it didn't. This is pre-tape, but people can hear us. So when people subscribe, I didn't hear if it was audio on the. Oh, you can put on your headset because we can hear. I'll continue. Let's start the music and then I'll explain to him. That's our opening number.
That's pretty good. Oh wow, it drops.
My daughter's husband.
Yeah, TJ's.
No, well, you can. You know what? I'll start sentences. You finish them, and we'll see if anything makes sense. That's his music. I was explaining. I'm Howie Mandel. Welcome to Howie Mandel Does Stuff. Ari Shaffir, the gorgeous Ari Shaffir, is in the house.
Thanks, bud.
2 Jews walk into a podcast. A third is pissing.
I mean, you got to urinate.
Yeah.
Let's ask if she peed clear. Do girls check that as much as boys?
Wait, I don't. What do you check that if your
my
urine's
Benji
clear?
Aflalo and my other super Jew, he goes, if you got to pee clear once a day or you're doing it wrong.
Peeing wrong, or are you sick?
You're eating the wrong things. You got to pee clear or not drinking enough water. You're not getting enough water. What do you fill up on Diet Cokes?
Just in the morning.
Yeah, I hear you.
I was explaining to you, and we'll start the podcast really when my daughter gets here. But so what do you do? Button on the YouTube, and he's saying also on the audio, if you press subscribe, we made it scratch and sniff, and is it month or week do you change the scent?
Well, how do you do a scent?
Bi-weekly.
How do you do a scent?
Bi-weekly. So this week's scent is, that's not a good scent, the belly button. So you press subscribe, and then you smell your finger.
Wait. How does it work?
You press subscribe.
No, but how does it make a scent go on you? I know how pressing works.
You know how pressing works?
Yeah.
Yeah, subscribing.
This is no scent.
What?
There's no scent. Is that what you're telling me?
You're telling me you have a clean belly button then?
No, my belly button stinks worse than anybody's.
Really?
Legitimately, it's the worst one.
You have the worst smelling belly button.
It's in another level, and I don't know what it is.
Are you being serious?
I am. You ever taste Molly, Howie?
No.
I knew the answer to that going in.
No, I didn't.
But it's a beyond terrible taste. That's
it is?
the smell version of my belly button.
And you haven't tried to rectify that?
If you weren't such a germaphobe, I'd be like, you got to smell it.
I don't want to smell it.
Yeah.
Do you? Any of you guys want to smell it?
Any takers?
Somebody want to smell Ari's belly button?
I showered today.
Alex will.
Okay.
My son will. My
Okay.
son?
I feel like Kyle would.
Kyle, you won't?
I said Kyle. It seems like a Kyle thing.
It is a Kyle thing.
Would you do it, Kyle?
All right.
He's going to
Wow.
smell your belly button.
Like your actual belly button, or not just stick your finger and then
Stick
smell
my
your
finger in and smell the finger because you got to get in there.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
It's not exuding.
What an
like-
opening.
That's disgusting.
Okay, here we go.
So
This
Kyle?
is Kyle. Kyle does all our audio.
Kyle does stuff. Kyle does a lot of stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna get in there. You got a camera on this?
Yeah, wait. Yeah, we got a camera. You're close up.
Yeah, we could see.
What
it.
about
can
on
see it.
Kyle? What about on Kyle?
We will when the finger gets to Kyle. Okay, he's digging in.
I don't know why it's so gross.
Oh, he's sticking his finger in his belly button. He dug really
I won't-
deep.
I won't.
It's in his finger. His finger is close to Kyle. Whoa. Move the mic close to you.
What does it smell like?
It's like
Oh,
But why?
What?
it's like bad cheese.
But why?
I don't know.
It's not much different than like some people's ears smell.
Ears?
Ears.
Yeah.
How many
Ears
people
smell like that?
If you don't wash these, it smells that's bad.
It's rank. I know.
Wait.
Does somebody
Wash
have
it.
a cloth
I
or
don't get
something
into
to
that
clean his
deep to
fingers?
wash
Touching
it.
our shit.
Does Ari want to smell his?
I never
do you
wash
want to smell?
mine, but
Ari, you
mine
want to
doesn't
smell
smell like
his?
that.
No, but I should.
You should. Get a shot of him getting his belly button. He's Kyle's digging into his belly button.
Same rules. Don't push it. Let's have some honor.
What do you put on it? What did you just put on it? Oh, you have.
Yeah.
Okay. You smelling it?
I'm not smelling much.
No, mine doesn't smell.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, but
bad.
knowing
Yeah.
that yours does have an odor and smell,
Yeah.
why don't you like clean it or wash it?
I mean, I can't try. You can't get that deep in there. I think something's coming out. I think it's like.
Have you ever stuck your finger so far in your belly button that you see it come out of your ass?
No. That's a good one.
That's
I
disgusting.
gotta try it.
Good work on that.
Yeah, good work on you. Way to
Oh,
be
you guys,
brave.
did you guys just shake hands after that?
Yeah, we're bonded.
Wow. That's
Some
how you
people are
subscribe.
like blood brothers, but you guys are belly button lint brothers.
He didn't have lint in there. You didn't have lint
just
in
like
there.
No,
stench,
it's
belly
clean
button
that way.
stench.
You said, but I don't. That's another question I ask sometimes, even during my act. Why is the belly button the only orifice that garners lint? Like I've never seen somebody say, "Oh my God, what are you doing?"
I don't like the background.
Yeah, it's a
like,
lot.
It's so
It's a lot.
distracting. Can we like pause it so
No,
it's just like
no,
in there and
no.
it just stays?
The people who are listening audibly are probably having a better experience than the
Can we
people who are
swap it out
watching.
for a butt? Same thing, but with a butt.
Speaking of a butt,
Yeah.
I have a lot of butt stuff. Do you ever get? Have you ever gone to a chiropractor and have you been to a chiropractor?
Yeah.
Have you ever had a butt adjustment?
No.
They do a butt adjustment.
What does that mean? Put it. In
I
a
don't
different
know.
place?
Play that video of it. This is real.
Oh, her hands are already fucking stained.
Listen. She's telling the woman to relax. Her legs are up. The thumb. She's doing it with her thumb.
Oh.
Right in.
Please shit on her hand.
No. And boom. Adjust. And look at how much better how much more relaxed she is.
Because the finger's not in there anymore.
Oh.
That's a lot of it.
But anyway, I bet you if you smell that chiropractor's thumb, it smells better than your finger.
Imagine going to an Indian ass doctor.
I don't think that's an ass doctor. I think that's a chiropractor.
It's a chiropractor. She's adjusting it with that. You've had it done?
That?
Or your ass adjusted?
No. I wouldn't do that. I don't. It's funny you brought this up, but we have that you're not afraid to like you're single,
I have fun in life.
right? So you'll do things and touch things from people that you barely know.
True.
What's the grossest thing that has ever happened I'm calling it a date. I don't know what it is, but an experience. Has anybody ever asked you to do something that is?
I had my ass eaten, and my ass is not. It's about on par with that smell of that belly button, of what you'd expect. The look of it.
When you say you had your ass eaten, is this something? And I've been married a long time. I don't know. Is this something that is a request, or it just happens?
She just went for it, and I just felt so bad for her. It's like, what are you doing? I don't want to be the guy's like, no, I don't have limits, but like, I just felt bad for her, and
Really?
it wasn't doing anything for me.
Did you not
And-
see her again after that? Was that it for you?
No,
You
I
didn't
saw
see her
a few
during
times.
it.
Yeah.
If she's eating his ass. Like, go.
It
Did you
was
see her
fun.
again?
Yeah, I did, but it was just like, damn. I still feel bad about it.
Do you?
Yeah.
You shouldn't feel bad because
What's
you're.
she doing? What's she doing? There's bumps there.
Did you bumps?
There's like fucking weird hemorrhoids everywhere.
Really?
You don't want to do that, man. You don't want to do
I
that.
have a video of somebody who has an ass problem and they don't want it. And I'm going to be serious for a minute. There are some medical issues that people have, and you could discuss it seriously with somebody beforehand. And then hopefully there are some solutions.
You get your ass eaten, Howard?
No.
How about you?
Me? No.
My daughter? You're asking.
Wouldn't tell you even if I did. But no.
Just no.
I said
just
no.
no.
No, it's no.
Okay, but this is we have a.
You
I
ever
have
eat ass? You guys ever eat ass?
No,
No.
though my wife's a shitty cook, so I feel like sometimes inadvertently she's tried to prepare something, and I feel like I've eaten ass.
Yeah.
But I saw this video of people discussing eating ass. Do you want to see that?
Okay.
Okay, watch this.
I found it.
This is my daughter's video. Not of my daughter's video. No,
No, not that
Come
one.
on,
That
get the
is
fuck
not-
out of here, dumb fuck, you idiot.
Not that one. The one where
We'll
it's
get to that one.
psoriasis. The person with psoriasis. Yes, there it is. Look at this. Listen to this and tell me what you would do.
That's unfortunate that you've never eaten one ass. That's
Not on
pretty weird.
purpose. I'm
Not
going
on
to be
purpose.
vulnerable for a second. I have a thing called inverse psoriasis, which is I get psoriasis in the cracks of my body. So my butt crack is actually, it's like flaky, like dandruff on the head, but in my asshole crack. So if someone were to just go chomping down on my ass, they would just get skin flakes, like sprinkles, right down their throat, and it's not pleasant.
Get a pet egg.
You want me to pumice down my asshole?
If it's something that you would like to pursue.
See? Solution. Problem,
Answers.
solution.
Solution, yeah.
Yeah.
Problem, solution. I like the way she did it. Like, it's like sprinkles. Like you go for a chocolate ice cream and you get sprinkles. You want a topping? Sprinkles. What are you going
Buddy, you're not going to get more subscribers showing a fucking belly button for an hour.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm almost positive you're going to
I
get
agree.
it.
I don't like it. I don't like it's fine if it was like a still of a belly button or something.
And you think it's a problem? You think people are going to...
It's
I think
super
people are going to like, I
distracting.
can't anymore. I can't. They don't like when you chew on air.
So how do you explain ASMR?
Maybe that's why
So-
we're
it's
not
only for
getting
some people.
subscribers.
Pardon me?
It's for only some people.
I love that you are becoming the the tasteful. You're telling me that's going to be too much when you opened our show by sticking your finger in your shit riddled
Fair.
belly button and had one of my staff members. What are you doing, Alex?
I just have a video I want to show you.
Okay. Here's
boy.
I want reviews.
what.
I just want a review of it.
So and like and review and subscribe and we
Yeah.
have merch. Is this how we're trying to build an audience? Go ahead. Here's a video that my son. The last one. Wait. Before
Oh,
we
boy.
see this, the
Oh, boy.
last one we saw was my daughter. My kids are bringing. It's like show and tell. Oh, what's this one? Starting off. What's happening?
Ew!
What's happening?
He's above her.
Yeah. What did he do?
No.
He shit on her.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Alex.
Oh, right through his pants. Oh!
to show that?
Through his pants.
Oh no, Alex.
Oh, now she got serious.
I think he thought he was gonna fart.
Yeah.
How is it coming out of his front?
I don't know.
He thought he was gonna fart. And
Oh, so much.
Oh. Okay. Stop it.
He's like, I'm so sorry. She's like, get me a fucking towel. I don't
He
need
was
your
gonna-
apologies right now.
Oh my God. So now the belly button isn't so bad, is it?
When I say I've been shit on, I don't want you to bring me a towel. I want you to say, I too know what it's like to be shit on. I too have had shit on my face.
Wait. You're making an accent. That's inappropriate.
That's from fucking White Man Can't Jump. From Rosie Perez.
I know, but it's still
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
appropriation,
I get it. Yeah.
isn't it? We have to watch. We draw a line here.
Howie, let me tell
Are
you
you
something
drinking
about
urine?
Let me tell you something about it's Baroka about appropriation. You have to respect people's cultures, and white culture is appropriation. So this is our culture. And when other
I don't
cultures
really understand what you're
appropriate,
saying.
they're appropriating white culture. We take cultures.
we take people's cultures.
That's our
what we
thing.
do.
That's our thing.
We steal from
Yeah.
others.
Wow. So we're
It's
wrong.
like telling black people not to sample. In rap, that's just the thing.
That's fucking brilliant. And speaking of culture, like we were just saying, there were 3 Jews sitting here. Have you felt the? Are you feeling the
What the fucking? We're back in
love?
Dude, we're back. Center of attention again. I love it.
Really?
Oh yeah. We were a joke before. Now we're taken seriously. Who else wants some? Who else wants some?
You're seeing the positive in this?
Yeah, dude, we're fucking.
likes attention.
Yeah, we're back. Before we were just some like joke, like I remember the tribe, like little light things. Now people take us seriously.
Seriously?
Go ahead, keep pushing the students. See when we push back.
It's horrible.
It's not horrible. It doesn't happen. It's statistically irrelevant. It's being on the news too much. None of it's really happening.
Are you
I've
fucking
been all
kidding
over
me?
the country. I've seen no actual anti-Semitism. Have you? You look Jewy.
Yeah,
You walked around, people yelled Jew at you or something.
I don't go out.
Yeah, good point.
I don't
I
go
did.
out.
I
but-
yelled Jew at him this morning.
Yeah.
No.
I did.
I think it's real.
No one
I
I
think we
know
got to
is-
take it seriously. I think what you're saying is wrong.
No, it's being on the news. Are you familiar with the what's that app that tells you all the robberies in your neighborhood?
Citizen
app.
Yeah.
So before this app, everybody was having a great time in their neighborhood. And then suddenly all these housewives are like, there's a robbery every 20 minutes. I can't believe everything's going to shit. They're just aware of it suddenly, the small percentages. It's a little bit in colleges you don't go to. It's not there. It's statistically irrelevant. I go all over the country. I've never seen any anti-Semitism.
Are you on a college campus?
No, I'm not.
Go over to USC today.
Ugh, I'm not on a college campus. Nobody I know is.
Students are.
They're just dumb.
No, you're wrong. Oh, you're really wrong. You're really wrong.
Bro, if you shut the laptop, you'll never see it. You'll never know it exists.
Oh, I believe that you can hide from it. I believe that you can be
Out in the world, never seeing a single thing. It's just a Citizen app. It's just another Citizen app thing. They're just pushing this thing, and all the Arabs feel attacked, and all the blacks feel attacked, and all the Asians feel attacked.
So there's no anti-Semitism. There's no racism.
It's statistically irrelevant. It's like getting a set over a set. It doesn't. It's not something that's even. It's less than 0.1%.
We're less than 1.1% of the population.
I
Jews.
thought we're 2. No.
Yeah, we are. We are.
too.
We are 2%.
Yeah.
But I think that
It's not. It's
we're
just,
hated.
Sure, by some, I guess, deep in the where they don't see us.
Do you still have friends in Israel? That's a no. If you have to
maybe.
think that long,
Maybe.
Yeah,
You
my
don't-
rabbi still lives there.
do you talk to him?
I haven't in a bit, no. But you know,
I would imagine how he would feel if you said that in front of him.
what? There's no anti-Semitism?
Yeah.
My sisters are Orthodox Jews. They're like, it's everywhere. I'm like, I'm not seeing it. They're like, do you see this anti-Semitism? I'm like, no. I saw some comic get like banned out of a club, and people are like, have you never seen this before? I'm like, that club's banned people in the past for not that. It's not that. They just don't want complaints. Everyone's reading in like, everyone's trying to look for it. It's just so lame. Everyone's trying to look for they've been victimized more than anybody. It's like, shut up.
Do you
it's
feel
fine.
like that's what
You don't
this
think we
is right
have?
now?
Are you a Holocaust denier?
It's been a while. Yeah, the Holocaust is real, but like walking around, it's like, what are we talking about? Same thing the Palestinians say, like, you know, every day's a fucking genocide for us. Like, all right, guys, everybody with these fucking platitudes. Relax, shut up. It's a fucking Jewish guy and a Palestinian guy in front of a cop station in New York fighting and getting arrested. And none of you are making an actual difference. You're just doing your dumb rallies.
Well, I don't know that the rallies are making a
It
difference.
doesn't make any difference. It's just riling people up. It's just like, who's on a college campus that you know? How many of your subscribers are on college campuses? It's like, not many. It's just, you shut the laptop, go outside. It's a beautiful day.
Educated people are not interested in
In Howie Mandel Does, in smelly belly buttons.
in Ari Shaffir's shit-filled belly button.
But I mean, like, is the stuff actually out there? Like, no, it's just the Citizen. It's a version of the Citizen app online. People are looking for, like, it's terrible right now. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. My friends from England was like, you know, they can arrest you now if you say the wrong thing, if you attack the government. I'm like, has that happened though? Has anyone been arrested in comedy? They're like, well, no. I'm like, well, then what are you talking about? You can get arrested. You can get arrested for jaywalking in New York. It doesn't happen. It's not a real thing.
Right, but that you're using an extreme to compare it to what is the reality. And the reality is anti-Semitism is alive and well, is growing, is warming up, is sending us on a path to...
Yeah, it's another Holocaust. Sure. And fucking George Bush was a fucking just like Hitler, and Trump was just like Hitler. It's just like I've heard these things so many times. It's like, all right, already. It's not happening.
Is it more maddening that people ask you about this because you're Jewish? Because of who you are?
Constantly I'm like, you must see this. You got to weigh in on this. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
I don't put myself into like horrible places
Are people expecting you to like...
to weigh in.
You
Oh
weigh
my
in,
God.
because-
Yeah. And I'm like, you guys don't want my response. I'm going to make light of it. The whole thing. That's
You're going to
what
make
I do.
light of it?
Yeah.
Because you're a comedian.
Because I think you shouldn't get, and that's my stance, is you shouldn't get involved in all this negative shit. So I'm going to make light of it.
Is that a defense?
No, it's what I do. I make jokes. I make light. We make light out of horrible things.
Well, all
We get
comedy
joy coming. You know, from AIDS and the Holocaust and rape and fucking, let's get some joy out of this. School shootings. I can get you laughing at this. It's a fun thing. So yeah, right after October 7th, I had a clip came out. It was like 3 days later. It was on a Sunday. And it was like, you know, people want me to weigh in on this, you know, the massacre on Sunday. And it's just like, yeah, I'll be honest with you. It's like, Dak Prescott's not the guy. Yeah, that was 40-7 against the Cowboys. And it was fucking terrible. And we got to get a new quarterback. It's horrific. These massacres are going to keep happening until they get a new fucking defense coordinator and it's just like me going like, guys, I'm not going to do this. That's my statement. You know, it's dumb. It's dumb. There's war everywhere. Why do we choose which ones we're going to fucking feel?
I get in that. I get what you're saying. So your job, our job, our life is to entertain, to deflect, yeah. To how do I survive? What do I talk about? Distract.
Yeah.
I get that. But and it's not for Howie Mandel, Ari Shaffir, and Howie's daughter to kind of get deep about what's happening. But I got to tell you that as a Jew, it is a little scary. And I can't believe that you as a Jew, I don't believe you, that you can keep it out of mind. I would imagine as...
Why? Why don't you believe his reality that he's telling you? Why does he have to feel
you
the
have
same
no
way?
thought if you land in butt-fuck world, wherever you are.
Like Iran or something? Or Afghanistan?
Yeah.
No, but that's always like travel advisories are like, is it safe for Americans? And then is it safe for Jews?
Right.
Yeah, that's in certain areas, for sure. Where you got to like worry about that a little more, but London is not one of those places. You can just walk right past the rallies. It doesn't really matter. No one's gonna break into your fucking hotel room and try to kill you for being Jewish. Yeah, in Iran, I'm like, what? Well, how bad are they right now? By the way, Iran, not bad for Jews. They just don't like Zionism. They're actually great for Jews.
Great for Jews?
Yeah, they love Jews. They have a long history of Jewish culture there. They just don't like Zionism.
Okay.
So it's not really a problem to go to Iran. Even that.
Have you been?
No, but you know, I have traveler friends. But like, yeah, I mean, sure, there's those places, Middle East, sure, but like,
You don't think there's places in America that you'd be concerned?
No, I don't think about it. It's not.
You don't have to think about it. Your face
this
says
one,
it.
I have family. Yeah, exactly. So I would have seen it then. So I go out, I travel all the time for work. I'm all over this country. My face is, hey, there's a Jew. You think I would have heard one thing in real life? I'm telling you, I'm out there testing it. It's not there. It's just online. You just got to shut that laptop and walk outside. Everything's pretty fucking great.
Are we rolling? Kenny, are we rolling? Kenny, I don't know what that's... You're not signaling me. Kenny's not...
Oh. Does that mean yes? I think that's our sound for yes.
We're supposed to be in a commercial for Shady Rays. I love the Shady Rays. You're wearing the Shady Rays.
I am. I always wear my Shady Rays.
That's the beauty of those. They're great. I like them. You're wearing them inside. And
Well, usually
cool.
not
I wear
indoor.
I wear them outside.
Me too. I've talked about this before, but I have light eyes, and I think a lot of people go through this with light eyes. What?
I forgot to put the mic on. It's okay. Why didn't you? I didn't know we were ready, Kenny. Are we ready? Ready?
Well, anyways, a lot of people go through this with light eyes, but my eyes literally burn as soon as I go outside or there's any kind of light at all. So I always wear my Shady Rays whenever I'm going outside, going for a walk, driving my car. So I really, really appreciate them.
Well, plus, if you lose them or you damage them, they have they're the most insane protection warranty, right? They'll replace them. Every pair is backed by a lost or broken replacement.
And they have hundreds of options to choose from, so you'll find the perfect pair to match your style or multiple different pairs, so you can wear a different pair every single day. And they're...
Kenny.
What?
He's not. He's giving me signals. He's holding up hands. I don't know if that means we're rolling. I don't know if we're doing this commercial.
I think we're rolling. Anyways.
No signal. Go ahead. Keep going.
All right.
Shady Rays.
So exclusively for our listener, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal. You can head to shadyrays.com and use code Howie for 35% off polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades that are rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. And I'm one of those 300,000 people who have rated them 5 stars and wear them
He
constantly.
said rolling. He just said rolling.
Oh. Anyways, you
went
could
like
go to
that.
shadyrays.com and use code Howie for 35% off.
Rolling or not rolling? I don't know what he's doing. Just use the. Let's go back to the podcast.
Oh, it's so hard to be a white guy right now. No, it's not. It's fucking great. Oh, it's so hard to be everywhere I go. Black people want to get killed by cops. No, that's not true. Almost nobody gets actually that happen. It's just like everyone's online getting riled up. The world is great.
Wow.
Yeah. I have a black friend who was convinced after George Floyd and after everything, after the media was talking about it, he goes, every white guy wants me dead. And then he was out fishing in Pennsylvania, and some old white guy was fishing in a boat, and he starts rowing over. He goes, oh, fuck, here we go. My friend Nate Marshall. And he goes, fuck, what's this going to be? And the guy comes over, he's like, can I talk to you boys for a second? And he goes, yeah, what? He goes, you're casting your line way wrong. You got to, like, at the top of your, I don't know what he said, at the top. It's like, let me show you. And he did. He goes, all right, good luck with this. You got a good spot right here. And then he just, like, faced himself. And he was like, oh, fuck, I've been lied to. My reality is not real. It's not, it's just based on this fucking everybody getting riled up.
But changing your thought because of one or 30 interactions?
Yeah, it's just like everywhere I go, I've not seen it. I've not seen it.
Do you not think there's racism?
Yeah, it's sure, but it's not as great as you're making it out, as people are making it out. It's just not there on the level they're saying it is. So sure, there's some racism for sure.
Well, I think that what happens
is it really get in the way of everything?
You know, listen, I'll be an advocate for saying that, you know, our algorithm, you know, will push a narrative harder than the reality to you. So you may not have a kind of balanced view of it.
Yeah.
But I will say one more time as a Jew, our history through thousands of years before even the Holocaust is such that it is a problem for us.
Yeah. I mean, look where we are right now. We're in a fucking gorgeous studio. Everything's going pretty great. To be like, it's terrible is like, it's retarded. So I'll tell you what, I have Arab friends and I have Jewish friends, and I see them all go, you know, all I'm seeing on my feed is the opposite stance.
Right.
And I want to reach out and be like, they're showing you 2/3 stuff that'll make you angry. They're showing the Arabs the pro-Israel stuff. They're showing the Jews the pro-Palestine stuff. And then each one a little bit of like, they're all animals.
But it's also...
and nobody's seeing like dog adoption stuff. Because they're like, oh, this is going to rile out. They want to... Yeah, that's your algorithm.
I see a lot of dog adoptions and cleaning carpets.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
It's my algorithm.
Yeah.
And mowing lawns. So really? I'm happy. Yeah.
Okay. You know, it's also an interpretation.
Yeah.
You know, being pro-Israel does not necessarily mean, you know, you're anti-Palestine.
Yeah, and being pro-Palestine doesn't necessarily mean
you're
anti-Israel. You
anti-Israel.
want the fucking hostages raped every fucking day.
No.
But it's still happening, and no one's going, yeah. And neither side is going, hey, this shit is wrong, but also I don't like that. They just go, your side is all wrong. Same thing with politics here.
I'll give you that.
Same thing with politics. No one ever goes, any Democrat, you know, is wrong ever on the Democratic side.
Right.
And Republicans do the same shit.
It is such a divided world
God
now. I have
damn,
never seen it. I'm a lot older than you, but this is such a different world than I grew up in. I don't know if you must.
They told us when we were little, you don't ever talk about who you're voting for. And we didn't listen to them. Now
you think that's the problem?
Everybody.
But I got to say that without, it doesn't matter what the specifics are. I knew and am friends with people who vote totally different than me. And I've always known that.
Yeah.
I never heard don't talk about who you're voting for, because I thought that we lived in a world where, and especially this world, this democracy that supposedly exists, was the ability to be open about a different way of life.
Yeah.
And most of our cultures, escaped, whether they left England or wherever they left, to not be under the monarchy, to be able to have freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of, and that allowed somebody who doesn't think like you, who doesn't vote like you, to be here.
Yeah.
We were, as a kid, nobody ever, if I went up to somebody and said, "Who did you vote for?" They were open about it. Nobody ever hid it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like, oh, well, I disagree, or I don't like that. But yeah, now it's so divided. It's so divided.
Do you think it's because of
militaristic
media, social media?
Yeah,
and,
I think it's Mark
and
Zuckerberg. I think we got to march into his house and string him up and make an
Zuckerberg,
example for all of
specifically.
them. Zuckerberg, Musk is trying to make the other one more open, but like, I think we got to take them all, string them up, and say we want our fucking lives back. You can't be pushing negativity to us anymore. It's an unregulated world that's turning brothers against brothers. My parents will walk through there. During COVID, I was living there for a few months, and we'd just take walks every day. It was really nice. And like, we'd walk and see the different houses, some being built and stuff, and it was like, oh, well, that's a Trumper. We hate them. And I'm like, they live in your neighborhood. Like, they experience weather the same as you. They both root for the fucking same football team. They need the fucking streets plowed the same as you. Like, you're alike 99%, and there's one little thing that you're voting. By the way, none of your votes matter statistically. So like, Maryland's gonna be the same no matter what, and you hate that person, and they're just like you. Except
I agree with
one
you.
little
That's
thing.
crazy.
Yeah.
But and you think that's totally social media?
Yeah, I think they did experiments on us of like, what if we show you guys negative shit? Will you be more entertained here, and will it seep into your real life? And then it's like, yeah, it will seep into your real life, and they'll stay online more. So like, sick, fucking get them. It's like putting more nicotine into cigarettes to addict you. And we regulated that, but they refused to regulate Facebook and Instagram and all that and TikTok.
The
and I'm like, string 'em
conspiracy
up.
is that this is what China does, is like plants all of this stuff so that we fight each other and we destroy each other, and they don't necessarily
that.
have to
But
destroy.
what
There's
he's
some of that.
saying is, we built the engine.
Yeah.
They're loading fuel in for their own. This works.
Yeah.
So
not just social media
What China does is they show to kids, instead of showing them certain things what we do, it's like, what's going to make you mad, or what's going to make you fucking kill yourself. China shows them math.
yeah.
education.
Or
Education
education
TikTok
videos.
is not what it is here.
Yeah, and so it's regulated to a place that's going to improve their society, and ours is just falling apart towards civil war, where everyone's seeing anti-Semitism everywhere, where it's like, you got to fight it back with positivity. Things are pretty good, and you're going to live in this horrible world.
So were you able to convince your parents of what you're saying?
No, not really. Here or there, you can convince a Democrat that fucking Fox News is just as much propaganda as CNN.
I agree with that.
And they go, no, it's not. We're centrist. They're rightist. I'm like, no, you guys are both seeing.
No, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, I come from an era, I'm a lot older than you, where you were given, when you watch the news, you were given facts.
Yeah, facts, just facts.
Just facts. And with those facts, you could make your own opinion. And I would maybe come to I may come to a different opinion than you based on the exact same facts.
Yeah.
Where you watch or where you read your facts now, if you remove yourself and just read what you're reading or be aware of what you're listening to, you can also tell how they're leaning.
Yeah.
And you should never be able to do that. And if you don't do that, then that feeling of how they're leaning bleeds into the fact, and that's what you believe.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you believe or how you react to it.
ESPN used to do this fun stuff in the old days of ESPN where they would show a player's highlights.
Okay.
And they show Michael Jordan's highlights back then, and it'd be like, they'd show like 4 shots he made. And it was like he scored 32 points on 12 for 16 shooting. I'm like, wow. And they'd show 4 of his good plays. And then they show 4 good plays, like 4 good shots and like 2 blocks to some other guy. And they go, he finished with 8 points and 2 blocks. And you're like, but you're led to believe they were having fun with it. You're led to, as you're watching this highlight reel, like, oh, this guy must have dominated. You're like, no, we showed every single thing he had. And it just makes, it's just a cool tweak where it makes like, oh, it just guides you to feel a certain way. And people go, I know what I saw. And you're like, you don't.
Yeah, I know. I as from being in this business for like 50 years and being involved in production and post-production, it's amazing what you can and what is manipulated.
My friend Joe Wagner, we used to work for a Limit Date, I think, one of those shows.
Yeah.
And he goes, so we get all this footage and we can decide what to make everybody. You can be a poet, a jock, a fucking forlorn, lovesick. We can make you anything with this footage. We're putting it down to 11 minutes. You've said enough things that we can decide what you're going to be later.
Right. On all these shows, they have something. There's a position called a story producer. And a story producer is producing a story out of raw footage. So a story doesn't happen.
Yeah.
A story is produced.
Right. Wow.
It's pretty amazing. And they help it a little bit. They also they'll go in those confessionals of all those reality shows. There's a little bit of a story, and they'll go, well, do you really trust? Do you really? Well, I don't know. I don't know if I really trust him. And then all of a sudden, there's a storyline about two people that don't trust each other.
Right. It's crazy. I mean, by the way, the Ukraine war is going just as strong as it ever was. We're just done with it. They're just not covering that one anymore. So people aren't feeling that one as much as they were a year and a half ago.
So the answer
many
is,
people are dying there.
Are we not working? I don't know why I'm asking you this because you don't have the inside scoop. But are we not working toward regulations on?
I think they're bigger than the government. I don't really know. I think they're bigger than the government because they're international. So I think they'll just do whatever they want. And they're probably bought off government people too. And the government doesn't. You ever see Zuckerberg in front of Congress? And they're like,
Yes.
"Is all this information like way down your offices?" He was like, "What's your question?" He was like, "You guys are trying to you don't even understand how Facebook works."
It's dinosaurs that don't understand the internet, the interweb. They're like, what is going on? And they think he has like files of information.
Yeah,
somewhere.
exactly.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, you guys are so ill-equipped to fucking regulate them.
But not only regulate them. When I watch those hearings,
Yeah.
I feel like each one of these questions is based on a campaign. Mm-hmm. They're campaigning and showboating. They're
exactly.
not. There's nothing. They're not asking anything that will productively move this. Like even if they
wanna
are
be like,
dinosaurs,
you sir are out of line. You get that? You get me? You get me being angry?
right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like I know this because I have a child, and I'm not technically equipped and really understand. And she's my genius bar, and so's my son. And I feel like these people did not put in any time to kind of research, to kind of figure out, like even saying, I don't understand. But you have to admit that sometimes what is put on there can be somewhat dangerous.
Yeah.
And is there a way that you feel, or do you feel any responsibility to regulate this? I mean, is it an easy...
I'm against regulation usually, but I had a friend who's a libertarian. He tells me, he broke it down. He goes, you just shouldn't bother anybody that's not bothering you. So if I am doing coke in my own house, this doesn't actually affect anyone else. So you really shouldn't be illegal. Now, if there's a child there, now we're talking about child endangerment. That's the different thing. So if I'm listening to music in my home, that's okay. If there's a downstairs neighbor and I'm banging, like, hey, you're actually coming into my world now. You're actually imposing yourself on mine. If you come over and you're like, you won't leave, I'm like, now I can call the cops. You're not leaving my domicile. So this Facebook shit, we didn't agree, and Instagram and all of it, WhatsApp even, we didn't agree to get like spied on and like advertised or treated like human wallets, guided to our thoughts to a certain. We didn't agree on that, and now we can't like extricate ourselves from it. If you're a mom, you have to be on mommy blogs on Facebook. So you have to be in there, and they're pushing you. And we didn't agree on that. We didn't agree to hate our friends.
But they
did it to us. So
there's also
they overstepped.
But do we not hold some of the responsibility? Like if you feel that you are manipulated, if you feel like you are overspending because all these ads, do we not have the responsibility, each and every one of us, to turn it off?
Sure, but you can't. You can't. It's so addictive. What?
I also don't think that people are well equipped to understand media literacy and what is going on and what is being fed to them, and echo chambers and algorithms.
Yeah, they have engineers trying to addict you.
Right.
And you're going to be like, well, I read a thing. Like 2 months later, like now your tools don't even work anymore.
But I'm just being devil's advocate because I totally agree with you. But I'm saying, isn't that the economy of our world? Like, aren't I Aren't you
Attention economy.
But it is.
Yeah.
Aren't you writing jokes and doing shows and appearing here today because you want somebody to notice you and buy a ticket to come see you at the next place you're at? Like, isn't that about notice me and engage with me and kind of invest in me?
Yeah. So here's the struggle there. There was a poker player that they were interviewing. He's a very zen guy. I forget his name, but he was like, they were like, do you feel bad that your job is taking money from other people? Like your wins are their losses. And he goes, yeah, for sure. But really, I'm just trying to play the best poker I can. And that's what I got to believe in. And I'm trying to give the entertainment that I see as good and not trying to rile people up. I try to actually actively avoid it, to put a drop of positivity into the world of negativity.
But you want to draw an audience.
Yeah, sure. I'd love to draw an audience.
So let me give you
so the dichotomy of like, I want you more online, even though I say you should be offline, is like, yeah, I don't know.
You're more like China. Like if you're going to put out content, you're going to make it good for people, and you're going to make people happy and smile.
Forget your
and
worries
laugh.
for a minute. Yeah,
But you did a brilliant YouTube special. You know, you want to bring people to that, and that's their time.
Yeah,
and they engage. And they will, because of that, spend money that maybe I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but maybe they can't afford. Maybe, I think people don't understand the economy. You know,
if they can put it away for a minute and come out to a club or a theater and like actually like be off their phone for an hour and a half, then it's like, well, that's a great thing.
You're doing a public service.
Yeah, and just
so
small
then
moments of fighting back.
So then politically, when people are posting very whatever their information is leans to that side much more than fact. Maybe they're saying for a minute, I just want to show you what is bad about them. You need to know what is bad about them. In the same way that you feel you need to spend a minute and laugh with me.
Sure. Yeah. It's just very unhealthy. So like in Miami, it's very looks oriented. Here too, actually. LA for sure. Miami's worse. So if you're a woman, like when she was a kid, and you're trying to value her education and try to get her into the right schools and like do your homework, you have a society that's also anywhere else, like also pushing that. Hey, if you get an A, that's good. In Miami, like they don't care about that. They're like, you should look good. And you'll get more attention from people if you look good. So if you're a smart woman, your math is going to kind of fade away. It's possible for it to stick with it, but if you're not getting any positive feedback from doing your homework, how much are you going to push it? But if you're doing positive feedback from getting a new hairstyle, it's like, oh, I'll push that more. And so they're a fucking city of dolts. That's the reality of it. And here, online, your attention is based on how can I shit on things.
But I will argue with you that we create, and I might just argue because I think it makes
fun.
for good content.
Yeah, choose the argument.
I think we create currency. We create what currency is, and it's all bullshit. Currency isn't anything. It's whatever we believe it is, whatever value we put on things.
Okay.
To that end, an education. I don't know that a formal education has any value whatsoever unless you have a specific skill that you want to attain. I truly believe that after fourth grade, math and the ability to read, you could make it in life above and beyond.
Fourth grade level, maybe.
I think once you learn how to read and once you can do common math, because our education system does not teach economy. It doesn't teach how to, buy a house,
taxes.
what a mortgage, do your taxes, what value is. Buy, people with $100,000 job will buy a $200,000 home in middle America. So you just bought yourself a debt. It doesn't really work that way. I don't have a GED. I've done really well in business outside of show business. I've learned. I've kind of taught myself, but not because I'm great.
It should educate us on that. On real shit.
Pardon me?
It should educate us on real shit.
Well, they don't teach us. There's no context to the education that people get, number one.
Yeah.
Number two, we put value on Harvard and Yale, and people are, and so much so that people are willing to put themselves in debt for decades to get a degree, which is not going to bring them the equivalent of that money. To be a doctor today, you can't afford to go to school at least till your 30s and open up your own practice. You may get a job at Kaiser or something like that, but you won't get, you can't really make it. So that you put value on Yale versus another school because that's a, that's like I'm wearing a cotton T-shirt that is
at some point this isn't worth that money. $50,000 a year, okay, $60,000 a year, $500,000 a year, like no. So
what I would say, I'm using your Miami analogy. What the people of Miami have learned sometimes, and I'm not condoning this, but good-looking people are becoming more successful than non-good-looking people because they become an influencer. Right. They go on OnlyFans and make a lot of money. And what they're learning, even though it doesn't seem right, it seems right by old school. Go to school, listen, she's got a master's degree. She's a teacher. I am so proud of her. This is something that she wanted to pursue. It was her passion. She didn't need to do that. And it wasn't about money, but I'm just saying that you're not adult if you don't go to school. You're adult if you don't learn. And I think the world is the place to learn, and school, for the most part, until you're in college and you pick a path, does not teach us anything.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Well, look at all the time you spent at the yeshiva. Did that teach you anything?
It did, buddy. You taught me critical thinking in a great way.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it did. Yeah, I can break things down in a way about our society because I was studying the Gemara so much.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. It teaches you things you don't realize. Just the way religion is like, oh, you don't use that. I'm like, yeah, but I'll just, without thinking, you hold the door for an old lady. It's just like, things are in you.
And you don't think that's who you are rather than where you went?
It's how much can you fill up your room? You have this giant room. How much can you fill it up with, like, intelligence? Potential is the room.
Intelligence is something that you are born with.
Yeah.
It's not something you garner.
Well, that's the potential then.
Knowledge,
knowledge
is what you...
Yeah. Like if nobody had put a guitar in Jimi Hendrix's hand, he still would have had the potential to be what he was.
Right.
But he wouldn't have been.
Right.
It would be unrealized potential because someone had to teach him.
I think all of us leave this life with unrealized potential.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
And that's because we lose the curiosity. Curiosity is something that every baby has. Yeah. They always want to put their finger in the light socket, but then at a certain point we don't give a shit anymore. What's around the corner?
I've had Korean barbecue. I don't try it anymore. It's like,
right.
Damn, dude. Yeah.
Or that music, my music is your music. That's not music.
That's not music
you're not
these
listening.
Days. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I'm doing this podcast because of my kids who kind of said to me, it was really funny. I got into comedy 45 years ago just because I, on a dare and liked doing what I was doing. What kind of blew me away was my son would show me YouTube videos with 100 million clicks. And I read the comments and they go, this is hysterical. This is funny. And I swear to you, I don't get it. Like, I don't have to like it. Comedy is subjective. I don't have to like it. But why is this engaging?
But it is. You can tell that it is, right? From the comments are there. So you're like, okay, people are enjoying it. I'm not getting it at all. Okay.
But I'm fascinated. And I want to try
I didn't get electronic music or Grateful Dead.
I never got Grateful Dead, even now.
Me and Renazizi went, my buddy, at Bonnaroo. They're playing Dead and Company was playing with who's the fucking guy who fucks a lot, plays with them now.
The guy that fucks a lot, John Mayer.
John Mayer, yeah. and we were on mushrooms, and then when you hear a 27-minute song on mushrooms, and you can lose yourself in this like same beat, and it was like, oh, I get it now. I get jam band stuff now. It's for drugs.
Okay.
And same thing with EDM. Like I didn't get it until I was like, ugh, fucking Persians here playing it in their car. And I'm like, oh, Molly. You got to do Molly and then you'll get it.
But my point is you can't deny it. You can just say you don't get it. I don't get it.
And that's okay.
And you found it.
Yeah.
And by the same token, I have found, what today's audience, I think. I don't try to be what I'm not, but I was fascinated. I just went, my son and I spent a couple days in North Carolina because I was fascinated by what Mr. Beast does. Are you familiar with Mr.
Yeah,
Beast?
it's crazy. So cool.
It really
It's
is.
so high level, and he's just an artist.
He's and
He's
if you
just
meet
like,
him,
let me do an art project. Yeah, I've never met him.
I met him. Amazing.
It's just art projects, really wild art projects.
He and his art is engaging your mind. He knows how to engage or make you turn and watch.
Yeah.
He knows how to, when you talk about YouTube, it's about sustainability. How can you in your analytics on anything you watch, it's not how many people clicked on, it's how many people stayed right to the end.
Okay. Oh yeah, and you're there for this like arc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he knows how to just, once he grabs you, he keeps you. But everything he does, he's so analytical. And so he's like the savant. And
He knows his fonts he should use for the fucking, all that
every
shit.
fucking
Sure.
thing. It's kind of like Steve Jobs.
But what he's done is, even if he showed it to no one, if he just showed you, it's like, look at this thing I did. I recreated Squid Games, and I gave out money for people randomly. It's just completely a recreation of it in real life. You'd be like, what? It's so cool. Like, you got to show this to people.
There is nothing, there's no constraint.
There's no constraint. He's got enough money now where he can just do it. I know an artist whose whole art project is in the northern part of Scotland, out by Isle of Man and places like that. She takes shells, she finds shells, and she whispers secrets into them and puts it back. It's an unmonetizable art.
I don't know if it's an art or you should
Yeah.
you should have your friend committed.
She for sure watched Aquamarine a few times as a kid
Really.
Why?
because they had the talking starfish earrings that would just whisper compliments to her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
That's for sure what it is. She's like, I'm going to do that.
Well, you went. I feel like I told you something that was really cool, and then your analogy was a friend who's just fucked up.
But I mean,
think it's really cool,
yeah,
though,
he's
that-
monetized. That's great. It's no higher or lower level than with something that's not monetizable.
But it's also cool to be able to see that and see where it's going. And
Yeah.
we just on the other side of that, we just recently spoke to like Johnny Knoxville, who we were telling to get some of his Jackass stuff on YouTube. And he's kind of stuck in, no, it has to be produced and on television or in the
Right, stuck
movies
in an old way.
in order for me to do it. Otherwise, it doesn't feel.
Except here's where I ended up with that on that conversation.
Yeah.
He has no need.
He's
like,
not right. I already put it out. It's done. I don't want to do this.
But he's creating all these other ideas that are going to sit there. So he does have a need. He's still coming up with
no,
ideas.
he's
and writing them
enjoying.
down.
He's enjoying writing them down. And at some point, if he wants to make a movie, he'll make a movie. What I understood now at the end, I didn't understand it when I was talking to him, but not everybody's driven to get likes and
Right. That's what I mean.
and
That's what I
money.
mean. That's what I mean. Emily Dickinson is, I think, still the preeminent American poet. She died unknown.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they discovered all her poems in a box in her attic. So she is the greatest we have. Definitely top 10, even if you're going to be like more conservative about it. And she wasn't successful, but her stuff was just as successful creatively, whether or not people had discovered it or not. You know,
Was her drive to be successful?
no, she was just a fucking dyke in the pre-dyke era. It wasn't. She had to just stay in a closet all day because she liked chicks.
And you think in 30 years people are going to be walking along the beach?
No, they're
listening for
never going to
secrets?
discover it. They're never going to discover that one. It's a fucking wild project.
Is she on drugs?
I hope. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. That can't be. There's got to be a reason for that. There's got to be. You're such an interesting guy. Do you read a lot?
No, I should. It's internet.
Is that
thing,
because
yeah.
your whole
used to.
upbringing? Well, because you were forced to.
Yeah, no, but English major in college, I'd read 6 to 10 books a semester per class.
Wow.
You know? Yeah. I don't anymore.
You
I have to
burned out?
force myself to read a book.
No
Yeah.
interest.
I have interest. I just don't do it. I'm stuck on this fucking phone all day. I
Reading.
hate it. Yeah, it's
Well, it's reading. It doesn't have to be a book. Are you reading? Are you
Or
Googling?
scrolling.
What do you?
scrolling.
You're
A lot of
scrolling.
scrolling. Hours a day.
What do you? What
So
do you?
you feel like you just said that that's the problem
What a
with
waste of
society,
time.
and you can't detach yourself
so
from it.
addictive. I had a flip phone for a while. It's so addictive.
But isn't that as a comedian? Don't you need that as a source of
Yeah, that's
to
the problem.
comment on?
Yeah, that's the problem. Is like
Is that a problem?
you need it, and then also it's like, is it doing more damage than good after a while? I don't know the pros and cons. You got to weigh out. You're like, you do need it to promote your shows, but at some point, like, just like we said on Harvard, if it was $500,000 a year, you'd be like, no, don't go there. How much addictive versus good would it have to be? There's got to be a line, right? If I'm on there 10 hours a day and I'm getting 20 minutes of work done, that's not worth it. So I think we're over the line though. And no one I know says I should be on my phone more. Only people say I should be on there less, or I'm on about the right amount of time.
See, I have that coined phrase FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I always feel like at the end of the day, I miss something. I need to be on it more.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah,
and
right.
that could be
And
a problem,
that's
but it's
the
also
engineers. They're doing that to you. When
But
we were young and you were a dork and didn't get invited to a party, you heard about it in high school like the next day. You know, on Monday, you're like, what? There was a party at the popular kid's house? But now you have to see pictures of it while you're home alone.
so you can
Then
crash
post
it.
Yeah. Or
See,
just kill yourself.
see, we have more of a it's an asset.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I'm
I gotta
here.
get back on a fucking flip phone. This does suck. You're making me realize too. It's
But
so
aren't you
fucking
getting
bad.
where you drawing your material from?
It shouldn't be on there. It's
Where do you
see
get
in
it?
people's podcasts, they're all talking about the same fucking news story. And I'm like, none of you guys even care about this. Social stuff. I saw a guy shitting himself and he pulled his hand into his pocket, smelled his shit and put it back. Or I saw a guy running after a bus. It's shit we can all kind of relate to. I had to talk to my mom today. It was annoying. I wanted to get off the phone 10 seconds after I talked to her. Shit we can all sort of relate to. It's out there. Now we're talking about news stories.
Are you?
Pushing at us.
Is that what you're talking about now?
I see a lot of it in comedy.
What are you talking about now?
Positivity, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you doing TED Talks?
How none of this matters. No, I do it through dick jokes, but how none of this
Positivity
matters.
through your dick.
Yeah. No, through like dumb fucking, disgusting jokes. How Kanye, we're focused on the wrong stuff. Kanye's one of the greatest musicians of all time, and we're reading his tweets. Why are you not following him on Spotify? It's crazy not
Well,
to.
that's a problem, and that's just media. You know, the
Yeah.
thing is, I think the guy has a mental health issue,
Yeah.
and that becomes the show, and that should
Yeah,
not
that's
be
all anybody wants to see. And it's like,
and that feeds it.
yeah. So he does it more for more attention.
Yeah, so that's almost sad.
But the reality is, black skinhead slaps. So, so it's like, that's the biggest. Oh, it's one of his songs.
No, I know.
Okay.
I know that.
I don't know.
I know what the kids are listening. I know what you kids are listening to
That's the real reality. He made a fucking great thing, and everyone's focused on other shit.
because it's louder.
It's louder.
It's
and I
loud.
get what he's doing too. We did it in high school, by the way. It's kind of hacky. Like Nazis had some good stuff. Like, ugh, dude, we were talking like that at 14 to try to like fucking needle people. It's not new. It's just like, ugh, it's just hacky. It's
You think
so
it's-
hacky old.
Wait. But you think that's
The Volkswagen's good. Yeah, dude, shut the fuck. You're saying it intentionally obtuse. So you're like, oh, maybe I don't know.
do you
what
think he's
saying.
that intentional or that?
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
he's a little.
Yeah, he's a little loony for sure.
A little is the.
But the best artists are always fucking crazy. The great ones are crazy.
I don't know what crazy is. Crazy is humanity is crazy.
Yeah.
Just, are you a happy guy?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you?
No.
No.
Oh.
Can't you tell?
Yeah.
No.
How can you not be happy, buddy? You're fucking very successful.
Not in my mind.
What do you want more of? What do you want to be?
Happiness.
What will make you happier? What do you like doing?
I like being happy.
Yeah. What makes you happy?
Very little.
Come on, in life.
Dick jokes?
Like a fucking nice cup of coffee.
My children.
Your children make
I mean,
you
that
happy.
sounds corny, but that's my deterrent. That's my
Figure out a way to get them around you more. At this age,
I did.
they should be.
I did.
across
So
the
I
country, not talking
distract
to you.
myself by being around the people that I love and the people that I care about and that make me smile and make me laugh. But my resting demeanor is dark.
Yeah.
And, I've been really open about my mental health. My mental health is a constant struggle.
Yeah.
I think people don't take it seriously because I'm a comedian and I'm silly. And so I'm known as the goofy little germaphobe.
Yeah, right.
Who people want to poke a little bit or they relate. They go, oh, I'm like that too. I'm a little persnickety. I have OCD. It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
So I like to talk to people. I think happiness, when people talk about making it,
Yeah.
I made it on April 19th, 1977 when I found comedy. You know, this has been stand-up comedy has been a
April 19th, Bicycle Day.
It's a bicycle day.
Yeah.
what the fuck is Bicycle Day? What is that?
Is it really? Can you-
Google that. What the
Why-
fuck are you
but
talking
why do you
about?
know that?
What?
No, it's
It is
not.
April 19th. You made
Are
it on
you
Bicycle
fucking
Day.
kidding me?
Why do you know that?
Fuck is that's the most obscure fucking thing.
It's when acid was first taken by a person.
What?
It's the day acid was first taken by a person.
Bicycle
Google
Day?
that. Why do you know everything? Ari Shaffir, the man, the expert on April 9th.
They had no idea what acid was, and the guy who made it just like, I'll just take some. And so he took
You know
like
what's
probably
funny?
a small cup full of acid.
Everybody talks about 420.
Albert
Nobody
Hoffman.
talks about
419. And so he's biking home. He doesn't know what the effects are going to be. And he's biking home and he starts tripping on the wildest amount of acid of anyone you've ever met.
Listen to this. Albert Hoffman,
Yeah, Jew.
a chemist for Sandoz in Switzerland, ingested a minute amount. This is a true fucking story. This is not even a...
50 milligrams of a compound derived from the ergot fungus. He soon felt so disoriented that he rode his bicycle home, where he experienced all the heavenly and hellish effects.
He got dosed
acid.
by himself
Every
without
April
realizing.
19th is Bicycle Day.
Yeah, that's your anniversary of comedy. It's your own bicycle ride. It's your own Hoffman ride.
Oh
crazy.
my God.
Dude, I look like
Do we
such
have
an
that?
expert
Can you
on
play the
someone's
Bicycle
calendar.
Day song?
Is there a Bicycle Day song?
Is there a Bicycle Day song?
Bicycle.
See if there's a Bicycle Day.
Bicycle.
Day.
Want to ride my bicycle?
Is that a song?
Yes.
It's Queen.
Oh, I didn't know. I don't know a lot. I'm learning. I'm just bowled over right now.
You don't know
Not
about
even
Queen?
my era.
Yeah, Queen, bro. Come on.
That's
you know
your
Queen.
yeah.
You know fucking Queen.
I didn't
Shut up.
I didn't recognize it with you two.
Fair. Okay, fair. You turned it to an insult. I like it.
Oh my God! I didn't turn it into an insult. Do you meditate?
No, but I'll get high sometimes. Duncan Trussell said he meditates, and what I'll do is I'll get high on an edible and I'll stare out a window while I'm flying daytime, and he goes, "That counts." But
Oh, you know what?
Are
We
you in the
have-
ayahuasca club with the other comics?
I don't know what the club is.
The club is Neil Brennan, Theo Vaughn. They go to ayahuasca together. Are you part of
No,
that club?
I don't think they do it together.
He said he's done it with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they
Yeah, they're-
69 once when they did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who,
April
the
19th.
shaman they call it. They fucking if you get the other guy's dick right in your fucking mouth as they're vomiting, if it like goes into your dick hole, it hits harder. So Theo and Neil Brennan will fucking suck each other off while they're doing ayahuasca, and it just fucking they really commit to it.
They're really happy.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're really getting fat.
I have done ayahuasca, but not with those
You're not
guys.
part of the club.
And I don't push it as much as those guys.
Are they pushing it? I don't know
Yeah.
they're pushing it. I ask them about it because I ask people
Yeah.
if they're happy and how they're finding that. And
Yeah.
but you're a happy guy. That's amazing. You want
It's small battles, dude. Small battles to fight back, and even negativity is still positive. If you're talking gossip about your friend, it's still positive. You're coming together closer. You can be positive and negative. You know.
You find the positive in everything.
Yeah.
What's the positive in shitting your pants?
Oh, damn, that's a tough one. Oh, you mean ayahuasca?
No,
No.
just shitting your pants.
Well, I've had a good couple stories about it online.
You do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell us a
couple
good-
this not happening stories. Shit myself on Australia. I'm headed over to Australia, Sydney Harbour Bridge.
Wow.
Fucking
On the Sydney Harbor Bridge, you shit yourself?
yeah.
That's epic.
3-hour hike, and they latch
Have you talked
in.
about this before?
Yeah, I have. It's been a while, but yeah.
Tell me about it. I don't know about
I was on a hike. So you
What
can do
happened
a
down
tour.
under?
So I was there with Rogan, Joe Rogan. Mm-hmm. He got a companion ticket for the UFC as part of his contract, and they got big, and so I got a first class ticket to Sydney, Australia. $25,000 my ticket cost.
Wow.
Crazy. The owner of the UFC, Dana White, saw him at the airport. He goes, "You know how much your fucking ticket costs?"
He was here for a minute.
What?
You know, he was here for a minute.
What do you mean? With us mentally?
No, he was here for a minute.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
At the
go
studio?
check it. You go check the Dana
He
White
walked off?
episode. Yes.
Why did he walk off? Only one bald guy in the room?
I don't know. Anyway,
What? Oh, man, I want to know about that.
me too.
What? He
If you,
walked off?
if you talk to him, please find out for me.
He rules. He must have, I don't know. Maybe he was busy. Maybe he was trying to close a deal.
Maybe.
He was just,
He said he was just done with podcasting.
And then
fair.
I've seen him on many podcasts.
So just your podcast?
yeah. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, you're
so Rogan's doing the UFC. I skipped it. I was like, I can't. I'm going to go tour around Australia. I like traveling. And I'm like, I've never been here, so I want to see the place. So there's a bridge hike. You can go on the Sydney Harbor Bridge over the Sydney Harbor, and they put you in jumpsuits. They strap you in because I guess people are committing suicide up there. They're getting to the top and like, I'm out. And they just kind of ruin the hikes. So they strap this metal
Does
thing
suicide
onto you.
ruin a hike?
What?
Does suicide ruin a hike?
To the other people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're like, can we keep going? Yeah. So you're in these like latches and you can't get up. So everyone's strapped in. And I'm like 20 minutes into it and diarrhea hit. And then I had to think about how bad it was. And it was bad. It was one of the worst. It was like, the scale.
I've never seen the scale, but I would imagine there is a scale.
Your personal, like, how much do I have to deal with this now? If you're driving, like, I'll wait till I get home.
On a scale between 1 and shit, where was it?
It was. I gotta find a bathroom right now.
Okay, go ahead.
But there was nowhere to go.
You're on a bridge.
I'm on a bridge, strapped in. You can't turn around. Everyone would have to turn back.
But you can lean
You
over
can't
the
shit
bridge.
over the bridge?
Over the bridge.
That definitely went through my head. I might just have to shit.
Should go through your ass.
I just sucked it in. I just clenched.
Yeah.
And I kept going.
Yeah.
For about an hour. I'd stop sometimes and cross my legs to try to, like,
right,
hold it. And then I was doing pretty well till the end. There was a ladder at the end you had to go up. And that's straight, like, knee bends. And that's just a release valve.
Was there somebody below you on the ladder?
Yeah, Scottish guy. Yeah, Scottish guy.
It's like that. This is the circle of life. Like the video my son showed us at the beginning of this. It's like that woman was the Scottish guy on the ladder. Yeah. So what happened? What are you wearing?
He kept telling me to go faster because I was like slowing down. I had to like stop to like try to get
The Scottish guy is going,
come on, man. Come on, move. And I'm like, I hold on, man. And then I got to the ladder, and then the first guy went, the second guy went, and then it's my turn. And I'm like, I don't know how to get up this thing. And the Scottish guy's like, ladder's clear. I'm like, shut up, dude. I know. And so I'm like, I try to like, as soon as you bend a little, I could feel the butt. It's connected somehow to the knee. So I was like, no, I can't do that. So here's what I did. I reached up and I just did pull-ups. I just pulled my dead body up. Ladder rung by rung.
wow.
Yeah.
It's like an act on AGT.
Yeah. Until I got to about 4 and realized how incredibly weak I was. And that was my limit on pull-ups.
And?
And then I started to let go. My right knee caught on one of the rungs, and I unloaded.
It seems like that Scottish guy, though, was kind of an asshole, like the whole way. So
Wait.
He was being nice enough. And he was like, what are you doing? Go.
Why do you care about the Scottish guy?
Yeah, why do
right
you care
now?
as much as the Scottish guy? Not my problem.
I'm just saying you shouldn't feel bad. If you did feel bad,
We don't know the story yet. We don't know that yet. So you let go.
Yeah.
What happens when one lets go?
You can't shit a little bit. It's just going.
And for a moment, as much as that's terrifying, as much as it's horrifying, as much as anticipation you had, it's got to be like
a bit. At least the pain is gone.
Oh my God!
At least the pain is gone. Yeah.
What this is like? There's got to be a moment of joy.
Yeah.
Was there? Ecstasy.
I guess in a bit of a way. Yeah.
Before anything else hits, before you realize
the shame. Yeah. It's like, okay.
This is life. This is what it's all about. This is the goal.
Like wetting your bed at a friend's house. Like, nice. Fuck, I'm an ostracized now.
Okay, so now the shit, you let go.
Let go.
The dam is broken.
Yeah.
The flood has arrived.
The dam broke on the Sydney Harbor.
Right, the Sydney Harbor. Okay, so what happens?
So
what are you wearing? You're not wearing a kilt.
A jumpsuit.
A jumpsuit?
They put you in a jumpsuit.
Oh, they give you, this is borrowed clothing.
Yeah. Borrowed clothing.
What is underneath the jumpsuit?
Jeans and a t-shirt.
You have your own clothes, and then they give you basically a pamper.
Yeah.
A full body pamper.
Yeah.
Go ahead. So does it come through?
No. My underwear held it to a degree.
Wow.
And
do
then
you want to give them a shout out?
Sheath underwear. I think it was there, but it's tight and it'll hold poop in.
I bet you Man-Made does too.
Probably.
I
it's
wear
those
Man-Made
boxer briefs.
underpants.
The boxer briefs will do it.
Boxer briefs.
Yeah.
Is this time to be talking about Man-Made?
This is our sponsor.
I would stop right now.
Man-Made is a brand of underwear. I'm wearing the Man-Made t-shirt too.
Okay, that won't do shit for shit.
No, because unless you're doing handstands.
Oh yeah, then
But
maybe.
I wear man-made because 4 Canadian young men they left the financial business and started it and found the best fabric, the most comforting boxer briefs that I've ever had. They don't chafe. They don't
Turns
bunch.
out it's cotton.
What is
After much research,
what is the fabric called, guys? What is that fabric called? And you can come to the mic and hold up the
Polyurethane.
No,
Vinyl?
modal. That man-made is okay. We see that.
We see that.
We see that.
What the fucking fabric?
And if you want to buy it, this is the website. You can see that. It's on the screen right now. But isn't there anybody there that can tell me it's modal?
No.
Google man-made.
He's
Okay.
looking
Google
at the
man-made.
tag. The tag will say it, right?
Google man-made. Wait, I want to just with the man-made. There it is.
Very
But what is
happy.
that? What is the
These
fabric?
happy whites playing basketball.
Wait. As seen on the news. Wait, meet your favorite.
Oh, it's a scene on the
Silky
news.
smooth, anti-itch waistband. It's got a pouch in the cotton for the crotch area, and it's ridiculously there it is. Soft, plant-based modal fabric.
What the fuck is that?
I'm telling you, next time you want to go to Australia and shit your pants, these are the
That's
ones
the
to
one.
do it in. Man-made.
Yeah.
Talk about man-made. So you're the man.
So I'm the man.
Talk about what you made.
So I shit myself there, and
Yeah.
then I felt bad for a bit, and then I realized the Scottish guy's still like directly behind me, and I'm up 3 steps. So it's pretty much ass to face level. And I turned to see if he had seen, and he was just like this.
See, the last thing you do when you're under somebody, did you get a shot of what he did? Were you on him? What did
It
he
was
do?
a shocked face, by the way.
But
for those that
here's
are
what I'm going to
listening.
say. If you are under somebody who has shit themselves, like directly under, the
Yeah.
You don't
last...
want to open your mouth.
You don't want to open. You don't want to go...
Yeah, you
don't
don't
wanna-
let it in, and he specs, and he like.
You go like this.
Yeah.
Or like this. But okay, so he's not...
So I was just looking at him, and he was looking at me, and nobody wanted to talk. Nobody wanted to say it. And then he said, he broke the silence.
What did he say?
You shit yourself? Did you shit your pants? That's what he said. Did you shit your pants?
With a Scottish accent.
You shit your pants.
Is that your Scottish accent?
That's not bad.
worst
It wasn't bad.
Scottish
No, I'll stand by it. That was pretty fucking good.
How do you shit your pants?
That's way better.
How do you shit your pants?
That's a man who's worked.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you right now. I don't know. I'll be climbing the bridge. All of a sudden, he's wearing an orange outfit, and there's a brown spot right there. I was just sitting there looking up at Ari Shaffir. Ari Shaffir. And my mouth was wide agape. And I saw it coming at me, but I couldn't open my mouth. I couldn't close my mouth. I was in such awe of the... Go ahead.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
It's like you relived it.
Yeah.
Did it come through, though?
It did not come through. It stayed in the jeans and underwear and the thing. So he just goes, you shit your pants, and I wanted to lie, obviously. I wanted to be like, no, it's just a sound. Or whatever.
It's just a sound?
I don't know. Nothing he said. I thought of everything. Nothing was believable. So
It's just a sound.
I just go, yeah, I shit my pants, man. And he pulled out a handkerchief from his pants, from his fucking thing. He just goes, I've been there. And he fucking,
Oh, that's nice.
yeah,
Oh, my
he gave it to me.
God.
I had to reach through my fucking thing and try to like wipe it out some.
I take
And then
back everything I said about that
Yeah,
guy.
he ruled. He
Yeah.
ruled. Yeah, it was a monogrammed one. It was his handkerchief.
What was it?
Did
What
you give
were
it
his
back?
initials?
I forget E something. I don't know. I would love to say like, yeah, POOP. No, he didn't want it back. I just like threw it into the breeze.
abyss.
Yeah, it's somewhere still in the
And his
city harbor.
wife, when he got home, is like, how was it? It was fun. Where's your hanky? Well, you're not going to believe it.
I met in a mannequin.
Oh, that's a nice story. It's a beautiful travel,
beautiful.
travel story.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I gotta go back. I'm not gonna climb the bridge anymore. It wasn't worth it. $200.
What about giving them back their,
Hanky
No.
jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Yes.
So took it off afterwards, used it to wipe a bit of the rest of it out of there, and then I threw it in the like used bin, and someone had to discover it later. put my underwear in there too. And then I took my jeans back.
So the guy that works for the bridge tourist system is just getting all the used
Damn.
ones.
I didn't think about him till right now.
No, he goes, okay, go get him. We'll just launder that. And there's a pair of shit-filled underpants.
What the fuck are these animals?
What's it? Yeah. And look at this hanky.
Disgusting.
What another day down under. You're a joy, buddy. What do you want to plug? You're touring, I know.
I got a new podcast, new travel podcast called You Be Trippin'.
Okay.
It's been going well. I'm touring Australia. I'm going to Australia from here.
AriShaffir.com?
AriShaffir.com, yeah.
For tickets?
For tickets, yeah.
You selling merch?
Yeah, I got grinders, I got posters, I got my vinyl for Jew is out right now.
Oh, is it?
So,
that was, I told you because you talked the last time.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant. One of the best
buddy.
specials I ever saw. It's really, if you haven't seen it, buy it now. Don't go to YouTube anymore.
Well, that's if you like vinyl. But yeah, go to YouTube. It's okay. Take it however you want. If you would steal it, steal it. It's fine. But like, but dude, I liked everything I got. But when comedians tell me they liked it, it hits harder for me.
It's really good.
Thanks.
You're really smart. You're a good guy. I can't thank you enough for being here. Also, you could turn the video back on so that
Wait.
What?
I was in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Stopped by a record store, and I fucking
Vinyl.
Yeah, vinyl.
No, that's my album.
The original pressing.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah, look at this thing.
that's me. That's when I look at that.
Yeah, in a germ case.
Yes,
Just for you.
I had that everything hermetically sealed. That's my handbag. That glove on the head bought me my first house.
Really?
Yeah, I did that by accident.
What year was this? Do you know?
Yeah, 84 or 86. Is that 84 or 86?
Let's see if it says on here. Warner Brothers, fucking noise.
Yeah,
86.
yeah.
Anyway, got it for you.
Thank you.
You got it for him?
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of mine.
It's so cool to have an album in that day and age.
Yeah, I had an album. I was
Warner Brothers album. That's fucking badass.
It
Dude.
was huge.
Yeah, I remember that as a kid. I must have been 12.
Yeah.
In 86.
I have not seen this in years and years and years. But that was I had the handbag.
You still have it.
Such
You
a
know
fucking
what?
goofball.
Kid Super. Do you know who Kid Super is? Do you know who he is? He's an amazing designer of clothing. And he did I saw like in Paris, in Paris, he had a fashion show, and I saw Jeff Ross do his fashion show and all these comics do his fashion show. And he's at Netflix as a joke. There was a fashion show, I think, at the Palladium, a comedic fashion show.
I know that guy.
Do you know who he is?
Yeah.
He made, not because of me, but he did make a handbag, and I called him and I said, that's how I started my career. He sent me Kid Super handbag. Yes, he did. And this came about because I used to carry rubber gloves everywhere because I have OCD and I'm a germaphobe. And when I knew I was out in public, I didn't want to touch anything in public restrooms. So I was standing on stage with nothing to fucking do. I didn't know what to do, and I was terrified. I had my hands in my pocket. I pulled out a rubber glove, and just because I didn't know what to do, I pulled it over my head and I started breathing. And as the fingers went up and down, the audience was laughing, and I blew it up and it popped off my head and they roared, and I went, "Good night." And that became my signature piece that, it's amazing. I can't thank you enough for this. This is amazing. You spent this on it?
How much was it?
$13.98?
Yeah.
Really?
They probably charged me 14.
I'll give you back. I'll give you back $5.
I'll Venmo you.
Give me back.
Well, I'm not going to pay for the whole thing. It's a gift. It's a gift, but I could
Dude, I
re-gift.
found, you want to hear a good Jew story with vinyls? I was in Indianapolis, doesn't matter. And I went to a record store.
Midwest.
The Midwest. Went to a record store, and I was just looking through stuff, and I occasionally will go through the comedy, section if I see one. And I found my first album, which is probably had 500 copies printed ever. And I was like, no fucking way. Literally 500, maybe 1,000 copies ever. It wasn't a major.
I would have walked
pressing.
to the front of the store and done a signing.
I bought it. It was $4, and I bought it, and then I sold it at my show for $200.
Did you really?
Yeah, I signed it. It said one copy out of print. Fucking turn that shit around.
We know how to do it. We know how to do it. We the Jews.
Yeah.
Yes. We're great. You are great. I can't thank you enough. Remember, subscribe. Maybe I can't tell you specifically, but if you do press the subscribe button, it will stink like the inside
You
of
didn't
a...
want to play him the prolapse before he goes?
Oh, you want to see this? Here's something.
I
You
feel
can
like
comment on this.
I feel like he's someone that would appreciate it.
Go ahead. Play this. This is just something that
Is this
from Ethan
Cobra?
Klein. Do you know Ethan Klein? What? Oh. You know what that is?
What? Is that a dog about to fuck?
No, that's not a dog. Those are humans.
Oh, what the fuck?
That's a prolapse
What the
stain.
fuck, bro?
Really?
people's
Ari's
reactions.
acting like that?
What
It's-
the fuck? What?
It's an prolapse anus. Two guys with their prolapse anuses. They can take their
Oh!
anuses. They can turn themselves inside out and just enjoy themselves.
Oh, like one of those squeeze toys for a keychain?
We love spreading joy here, too.
Where the eyes come out. Oh!
They wouldn't put a
Oh, they're
keychain in.
prolapsing each other.
No, the prolapse.
Oh, we gotta see their dicks and see if they're hard.
No, you're not. What are you, nuts? I'm not going to show you that. It's crazy. It's not like I'm going to show him dick pics.
Oh my god!
Okay. On that
right.
note,
The inside of the lining came out.
yeah.
That's
Thanks for
crazy.
Thanks for
I bet they're gay.
thanks for coming. That's good. Sorry.